Hello, people in YouTube land and on Facebook. I'm sorry I haven't been on in a while, but I've had a lot of things going on. Um, I went to the doctor to get my psoriasis cleared up. Had my daughter visit. That went horrible. Um, Freaking, I was sick for like a week and a half. Then, after I was sick, my side started hurting really bad. Like, I couldn't even sleep on that side, it hurt so bad. And then I have other issues with current situations that I'm not going to discuss right now. But yeah, it's basically constant havoc. But, I figured as though you guys have been patient enough, so I decided to come on for a little bit and let you know that I'm doing fine. I'm holding it together. Freaking made some barbecue today. Um, I've joined a couple of mental health sites trying to use, what I know to try to help others. Um, some of my meds I really can't take right now because they knock me out, and there are people that come to the house that would take advantage of that situation, and I can't afford to do that. So that's complicating issues with me right now. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm rolling tobacco because I can't afford packs of cigarettes. Um, I was. Tonight I'm kind of hoping that people without a place to live can actually um, be warm tonight. Maybe, somebody might take them in and help them out. Small towns like this, we do tend to watch out for each other and things like that. Um, Bigger cities, though, it worries me. It worries me constantly because I've seen children on the streets in Portland, Oregon, begging for food and money and whatever they can get just to help them survive. I mean, when you see an adult go through that, it's really bad. But when it's a child, it's even worse. Um, I'm trying to get my oldest daughter to go through medical school because I want her to be in a career that's in demand. And computers and healthcare of any kind is constantly in demand. Um, I've got stressful situations going on right now. Matter of fact, it is, as of this moment, 12:31 a.m. here. The reason why I had to put this up so late is because I've got people trying to take advantage of my house, and dealing with that takes all the time that I really have, and it's also a very stressful thing. So, um, let's see. Mm, the state of the situation in the United States is not very good right now. Um, Matter of fact, all over the world, we're still trying to fight this COVID thing. And I don't know what the hell I was going through like 2 weeks ago, but it was terrible. I think it was the flu because I've had it before. But I cough so hard when I get sick that it actually like bruised my ribs for a little while, and I was kind of out of commission. I mean, when you're coughing so much that you can't even sleep, that becomes pretty bad. Last time that happened was Reno when a landlord, when I was going through this, and then a landlord, well, that, and a landlord decided, well, you need to bleach your walls, which I'm also an asthmatic, so yeah, that caused some problems. Um, Patty, over on the homeless page, um, keep up the good work. You're a kind soul in a cruel world, and I know at times it's trying, but you're doing a very good job in what you do. We need more people like you. I met her in person. She's a very nice lady, very giving, kind soul. Um, but yeah, my daughter came to visit and she went crazy and scared Cat, so I had to send her back. Uh, she just was too violent and just vicious. Uh, she was constantly trying to start physical fights with her mom, and I had to intervene, and it was wearing me down because I was sick. Freaking, then I got over being sick. I got my shot, which weakens my immune system, and when I take that, I don't like to go out in public because freaking there's people out there that are sick and will make, and with my system, my immune system being weakened, I'm afraid I might get what they have. And my daughter, kept rushing me out the door, to get her money from her boyfriend that was, sent to me to give her. And yeah, like I've felt like for 3 weeks I felt like a zombie. I was just completely exhausted. Um, Current situation, I'm trying to figure out what to do with. Freaking trying to help a friend out. Some of the problems where they're at followed him over here, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that situation. Um, Back to the homeless situation. I challenge everybody, the whole, like, possibly 14 people that watch this. I challenge you to do one thing. If you're in a big city, take an extra coat with you where you go. One that you just don't need. And if you see somebody on the streets that's struggling, just give it to them. Don't worry about donating it to a shelter, because to a Goodwill or anything like that, because chances are they're going to sell it, and freaking people aren't going to be able to afford it that are homeless. So why not just take an extra coat with you? And if you see a homeless person that's out on the street with no coat, be a kind soul, give it to them. Help them through it. This isn't an easy time for anybody, and it's got to be bad on them. Freaking, maybe buy them a cup of coffee or something, keep them warm. A situation that Kat and I faced in Reno was constantly seeing homeless people. And one night we walked to the convenience store to, well, I'm going to be real, I was getting some beers. And Kat was getting her something to drink. And we seen this woman, she had to have been in her 80s. She was in a walker, standing beside the store, shivering. And we're like, why aren't you in a homeless shelter, because there's one like right down the street, and she's like, because they put priority for drug abusers. And I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, I know it's a sensitive subject on the drug use situation, but truthfully, between somebody that uses drugs, that intentionally did this, made you know, the decision to get high, and an 80-something-year-old woman that is on a walker, I don't see why they would choose a freaking drug addict over this old person that is at higher risk. Kat and I, our studio was really small and there was no room to take her in. I mean, the most we could do is we went in and got her a hot cup of coffee because it was cold out that night. It was the most disgusting display of humanity I'd ever seen. I mean, it broke my heart. It broke Kat's heart to see this old lady standing there shivering in the cold because they had to meet their quota on drug addicts that they had that night. But that's the way it is all over. I've been to a lot of big cities, and I've seen this a lot. Prices of houses in big cities are astronomical. You cannot afford it. If you're on a fixed income or elderly and getting, even a pension or something, you cannot afford an apartment. Then, if you can't afford an apartment, freaking, you've got to jump through these hoops like background credit checks. If your credit don't meet the standard that they want, you're not going to get in. If you did something that they find morally objectionable, freaking, they won't let you in. And, truthfully, people's morals can be very hypocritical. They could be things that they've done themselves, but they don't want you living in their place if you've done it. Humankind is a very flawed thing. People judge others for things that they do. It's what we do. But freaking, try to help out where you can. I know there's very few of you, and, my words may not touch, but I've actually been homeless. When I was a teenager, as a matter of fact, 15 years old, I was homeless. And matter of fact, I had to do questionable things, horrible things to live. And, things that just chip away at your being just to get food, just to get a roof over my head for the night. When I hit 17, I tried to get into Noyes Home in St. Joseph, Missouri, and they said that I was too old. Well, I'm like, okay, I'm 17. I'm considered an adult by Missouri standards. That's what it was back in those days. I went to Salvation Army. They told me I was too young because I was tired of the things I had to do to eat, the things I had to do to have a warm place to sleep, to have a bath. You don't realize how difficult it is for a homeless person just to find a place to have a bath, and what they will do to get that, what they will do to eat. After 4 days of going without eating, or 4 days, 2 weeks without a bath, you will do just about anything to get this. Humankind, yeah, no matter how high our morals are, put in certain situations, there are things, degrading things that you will hate yourself for, that you have to do to get what you need to live. That is how it is for homeless people. Homeless people, especially women have got it worse. Like here in Poplar Bluff, the only thing that they have for women is an abuse shelter. If they don't have a man, or they have a good man, they aren't going to want to accuse them of beating on them when they're not. But that's the only shelter there is for women. There's a men's shelter, a big men's shelter. I mean, matter of fact, it serves lunches. But the women's shelter, I mean, it's just one spot, and you have to basically be getting your ass kicked to live there. So if you're a single woman, this is on YouTube, so I really cannot say on here the things you have to do to have a place to live if you're a woman in this town and homeless. If you're a man, well, there's the homeless shelter for men. I mean, but even that gets overfilled. And, there's people probably right now sleeping in front of storefronts and in the downtown area in the cold. It is 35 degrees outside, and they're sleeping out there because they have no place to go. Because as humans, we try to keep our pride, and we don't want to do the things. When you're homeless, you don't want to do the things that you have to do to eat, to bathe, to have a roof over your head. You don't want to do that stuff. But sooner or later, the hunger, the way you smell, the just being sick and tired of being half frozen, or, being out in the elements so much, it gets to you. And you have to do things. And there are no end to the people that will take advantage of this and do things, offer a bath or a place to stay or food for really horrible things that leave you feeling empty and degraded, like you're nothing. The biggest problem that I have to this day is that I think I'm nothing. And it's because of what I've been through. I mean, throw in a horrible family life, but yeah, what I've been through. But freaking, please, if you can, and you see this, I know that I don't get a lot of views. But if you have a chance to help somebody that's hurting, please do it out of the kindness of your heart. Don't take advantage. It may be a fun time for you. It may be, something that you want to get done, like, freaking, clean your house or something. But freaking, don't freaking do it to people for food. Don't do it for a place to, keep warm for a little while. Don't do it for a bath. Frickin' let those people have a little bit of their pride. Help them out. Be human. Be nice to each other. this is Dorian from Dorian's World signing off. Please take what I say to heart. Please care for each other. Take care.